Well, just thinking about it. Never understand why it could take this thing so long to go. Here we go. All right, we go in five, four. Oh, hang on. In five, four, three, two, and one. What is up, everybody? This is the Welcome Home Podcast. I'm your host, FG, and my co host, Q.
What it do, y'all? What it do?
And in this episode, we're talking South Carolina baseball vibes, man. The vibes are a little higher right now for the midweek games. Q feels still his type of way about Paul Maneri, and I feel the same, of course. But
Screw Paul. Screw Paul. Screw you,
men's
Paul.
hoops. Men's hoops. We're gonna get honest and real about that. Where things are going with men's hoops, things that we've heard in the background, which the background noise is loud and it may not be where a lot of fans want it to be, but we're gonna break it down as far as what we're hearing. Women's hoops dominance continues as South Carolina goes into Baton Rouge and takes care of business with everything against them. Everything against them. I'm talking officials, all of that, man. Went in to handle business for Dawn Staley's 500th win, so we'll get into that. In football news with Coach heading to the NFL, as the special teams coach gone. We're going to talk about what that looks like. And then, of course, our Garnet takes. We're bringing it to you, man. So let's get into this chaos queue. South Carolina, let's go ahead and start right off the bat with NFL talk as where Coach Joe DeCamillis is no longer with South Carolina. He is taking the job up there in Las Vegas. And Q, I think we can all agree, yes, South Carolina special teams, they've had their moments for Kari Swain's returns. I understand he's had some great kickoff punt returns. But at the same time, there has been miscommunication in punt returns and kick returns. And your gunners maybe not been in the right spots, right? We've seen the special teams take not saying they've spiraled downward. They haven't done that. That hasn't happened. However, South Carolina has taken a step back into some certain things when it comes to special teams. So, Q, what are your thoughts about Joe DeCamillis taking a job into Vegas?
Um, for one, I'm thankful. I felt like Joe DeCamillis was not a good hire, and the reason being is I felt like Joe was so stuck in his ways that it cost the boys in the long run. I was not a fan of I grew an even bigger appreciation for Pete Limbo that I already had, which is crazy because I already had the most respect for Pete Limbo. But it made me realize how much one preparation Pete put into it, how much he put into the preparation of making sure the boys understood what needed to happen, what needed to go. And so that's where I'm kind of with. I just feel like the guy didn't care. The guy, I ain't saying he the worst thing that could have happened, but he definitely wasn't the best thing that could have happened. And so when you're struggling like that, and that's what's going on, you're kind of like, all right, cool, whatever. I was cool either way, whether he came back, where he didn't came back. I didn't care. That wasn't for me to care. What it was is that I think, which is why you don't hear Shane saying much and nothing's really been done, because Shane understands like I got to get this stuff right. That's what you got to do. You got to get this right, and it's going to start with you getting the right guy for the job here for special teams, unless you're going to do it yourself.
Yeah, right.
So
And
that's where I'm at.
yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, Q, as you said, Shane needs to get this thing quick. I mean, he doesn't have much time. I mean, we are in February, coming towards the end of it. But at the end of the day, I mean, spring ball is right here, guys. We are right here for spring ball. The guys are all back at the facility. They're working out, right? They're having their softball games and whatever they've been doing in the facility. Building teamwork, man, and learning the culture at South Carolina. But at the same time, you need a coach that's ready to jump right in there. And thankfully, Beamer did say he's had multiple people reach out to him on this job position, so that's great.
Right.
And it's a good job. I mean, in special teams with South Carolina, you work with obviously Shane Beamer, who's known by special teams with his father by Beamer Ball. And we've seen so many examples throughout Shane's time at South Carolina to give him that, hey, this is a good job to have. And in the South Carolina, despite the record they had last year, they're putting more into NIL. They did a hell of a job at the transfer portal from the optics, from what we've seen, right? They brought in some big names from the P4, not from Division 2, Division 3. I mean, they brought in some good names, guys. So
I agree.
I feel like the job is there, and I'm excited to see what South Carolina does. What would I do to see Pete Lembo return to South Carolina? I couldn't even begin to tell you. Am I saying that's going to happen? No, I'm not saying that at all. Could it happen? There's never any possibility saying that it won't happen, right? There's nobody saying that could never happen. Do I see it happening? It would take a lot. It would take a lot. Pete's happy where he's at right now at Buffalo, so we'll see with that, man. I mean, he's enjoying the wings up there, the pizza, and he's a big food guy, so he's having a ball up there. Not to say that the South doesn't have food, because I put the South against anybody else. I do every time. I do every time. So, but we'll see where that goes. Q. It's going to be interesting. I mean, football it never ends, man. It never ends. I mean, South Carolina's recruiting starting to get back in that conversation. You got a big, talented 4-star edge, KJ Green, that is starting to get more conversation of where his schools are going to be. And come August, when he makes this decision, South Carolina, Alabama, and I believe Miami are the 3 schools that are going to ultimately land him and have the shot to land him. And he did say that KJ Green, after Sterling left South Carolina, hurt a little bit, but the hire of Deion Barnes put him right back in the conversation to where he's, they're one of my top teams, because Barnes is that guy. Barnes is that guy. So I'm excited to talk more football Q here soon. Obviously, we, a few months away from what would be a spring game. Like I said, that's more than likely not happening at this point. I had Joe by the Stadium the other day, and it's yeah. I mean, they're moving quick. I will say this: they are very serious about what they're doing, man. It's like night in, day out, man. They're getting everything done, day in, night out. So they're getting everything done as quick as possible. So we are getting. Me too, man. Me too. It's gonna, yeah, me too. But men's basketball, Q. That's something we need to speak about. Gamecock fans aren't happy right now. It's a recent skid of 7 in a row now, including that recent loss to Florida. It's one of those things, man. It's like, I know where we struggle at, Q. You know where we struggle at. And it doesn't matter who takes this job, Q, if South Carolina's NIL stays the same, right? And fans hate to hear that. They hate to hear that. But this is the reality of where we're at. I mean, coaching in the SEC or coaching in college basketball, it seems like the money aspect is way different than what it is in football, right?
Agreed.
You stack a team, $13 million, $15 million NIL. Okay, you can have a team like Vanderbilt go out there and contend. But you give a team, South Carolina, $5, $6, $7 million. What are you supposed to contend with that? Honestly. I mean, you have 6-figure guys in the SEC sitting on the bench right now doing nothing. And they're okay with that.
I mean, I think the biggest thing that people got to realize is if you're going to invest, you got to invest. So just like you had to learn this year in football, it was cool that we invested money, but it's investment and I'm serious about winning. And you have to get to that point. Why do you think that much money was poured into it this year? There's a reason that much money was poured into football this year. That's got to happen. And as our boy Sin has said, baseball had the top 10 budget this year. Okay, cool. Yeah. They got to produce. That you got to show me that top 10 budget. Can't just pay for stuff and then it not happen. So that's the biggest ordeal with that. It's the biggest thing in my personal opinion. But the sad reality, in my opinion, is we've lost track of where we're supposed to be with basketball. I feel like in order to get this to where it needs to be, hey, man, we're going to have to buckle down. We're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
We're going to have to buckle down. We're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
We have no other choice. We have to buckle down. We're going to have to do something. And my biggest thing about what we're going to have to buckle down and do is we're going to have to put some money in Lamont's hands. Michi can't be the highest paid player. He's not playing as the highest paid player. Those guys, I'm a realist when it comes to basketball. I watch the game. I watch it. I played it. I understand it. What Lamont has done to put them in position to win games, that's what he's done. It's all about execution. The only fault I have for Lamont this year is we don't have a big. We don't have a true big. It's the only fault I have. But beyond that, what is he supposed to do?
Yeah, and I mean that's unfortunately that's where South Carolina's weakness is. I mean, just you have no big in there, you have no paint presence, and that's where South Carolina gets beat at most of the time. You get beat in the paint, whether it's for rebounds, whether it's on offense. I mean, and it's continuing to happen. We noticed this. I mean, You look at games against Florida, Alabama, South Carolina was hanging in, right? Think about it. South Carolina's got blown out maybe once or twice when it was all like throughout the whole game. But there have been many games that South Carolina's played. It was close. It was close. I mean, South Carolina
guys got paid and they didn't step up. Like you got people that's wasting NIL money, not stepping up doing this.
It's like I said, it's despicable to speak about the money that some of these guys are getting paid to sit on the bench practically and not do anything. Yeah, I know.
That's the issue.
I know. It's a problem. So ultimately, the Gamecocks, South Carolina, Jeremiah Donati, I mean, they have a decision to make at the end of the season. And from what we've heard, it's going to come down to we're going to put more money in Lamont's hands to make this thing work, man, next year. I mean, if you look at bringing a new staff on, and keep this in mind, guys, we still don't know what's going to happen with Gamecock baseball. We still don't know. You don't know what's going to happen with that. So Paul Mainieri, obviously, on a very short leash right now.
Yeah, he's got to. If I'm not mistaken, he's got to at least make supers or something like that. I think he needs to make the College World Series. You got a top 10 budget. You need to be in the College World Series. I don't care. The dude was a failure last year, and I don't foresee him do. Bro, look at what he said. That man said we were tired after 3 games.
We'll get to that. We're gonna keep it on.
I hate him.
We'll get to it. We'll get there. But saying all that, man, because Paul Mainieri's got a 5-year contract for South Carolina right now. It ends in 2029. Thank you, Ray Tanner, for that one. But going back to basketball, you have a decision to make where you replace the staff, which is probably going to be with the buyout Lamont and everything. What, 15, 20 million when it's all said and done, something around those lines. Or you put 10 to 12 million in the pockets of Lamont and get a real roster for the SEC. When I say real roster for the SEC, what I'm saying though, I mean Vanderbilt, like I said, is around that 12 million mark. So you get somewhere in that.
Those cats are 18, bro.
Either way.
But that's my point. Like when we're talking numbers, we got to be real. Like when I say real, like even the more money he gave Lamont this year was still bottom of the barrel in the SEC. Yeah. I don't care what no one has said. I've literally heard the numbers, bro. Like I've literally heard the exact numbers. Like Vanderbilt paid 18, Kentucky paid over 20, Arkansas paid over 20. Oklahoma, who is a terrible team, paid like 12. Texas, 15 to 18. You in order for us to do something, we cannot be acting stingy with this money. We spent single-digit millions on basketball this year. Mm-hmm. Everyone else spent over 10. Everyone else spent over 10. Yeah. So if you want a better product, you're going to have to invest in a better team, no matter what. And I think Nike will help. I do think Nike's going to play a role in this situation.
I agree.
I think there's backdoor channel talks that Nike's going to be a huge help this year.
Well, we know for a fact, Hugh, that South Carolina's lost recruits over the years and players to come to South Carolina because simply we use Under Armour in basketball.
That's facts.
I mean, that, as stupid as it sounds, I understand. People are like, "Oh no, that makes no sense. Why would a kid go to another school over South Carolina because they use Under Armour?" I'm telling you, it's a real thing. I mean,
these kids are getting contracts in these places.
Yeah. Even before NIL, I mean, it was still a problem. So, it is. It is what it is as far as that goes. July 1st is what the day looks like for Nike for South Carolina to officially do some unveiling as far as what we've gathered. So that's going to be great to see Nike come on board because the players love it, man. The athletes love Nike. I'm telling you. I mean, I don't hear about any former Gamecocks that brag about Under Armour in any sport. Maybe besides one with baseball when baseball was hot. Back in the 2010 to 2013 years, right, when they were on that streak. But other than that, you just don't hear about UA like that, man. And UA is a shell in itself for what it used to be because everybody's caught up to the technology that they're able to, put, on their clothing. So the things that they're able to do. So
we'll see. But all I've heard is Lamont will be back. That's the thing I've heard the most is Lamont's back. They're giving him more money. I think Lamont's going to do some cleaning up with his coaching staff. Like I think there's going to be some guys gone. I think he's going to bring in some new assistants. I do see that,
Mhm.
foresee that coming. I know Lamont understands. I'm hearing he's going to pay some money for some bigs, and he's going to pay for a point guard. I think those are the two main things, which I think are huge. To be honest with you, you need 2 point guards, you need 2 bigs, and you kind of go from there with your roster. You need to make sure your roster is competitive, understands how to compete in this league, just those type of things. And so I think that's what we're going to end up doing. I do think they will gut the baseball program before they gut the basketball program because baseball has so much more tradition, so much more uh, that it should be. Like it is a blue blood that's dying because we're not investing
Yeah.
as what we need to into it.
Right.
And so when you get that back going and baseball is back where it needs to be in super regionals and in college world series and stuff, you're injecting into the veins of what needs to happen in the baseball world because
Mhm.
that it should have never got to this point. It should have never gotten this
No.
bad. And
No.
so that much of it, you're going to see that before you see the investment you need in basketball, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, and I do. Yeah, I agree on that, man. And the thing about it too, I mean, with baseball, I mean, Jeremiah Donati has a guy, and that he knows that he was working with over there at TCU, and that's Kirk Sarloos over there, and that's one heck of a coach, man.
Yeah,
That's one heck of a coach for TCU.
you
So
can pay him. If you can pay him good money to get over here, I'm with it.
I think it's one of those things, man. I think you could get him in. I think you could get him in. So we'll see what that looks like as South Carolina's baseball season gets going and progresses. We'll really ultimately talk some real. We'll know where we're at in a few weeks from now. But on to the women's side of things. Q Gamecock women's basketball goes into LSU. It's a hostile environment. Let's call LSU a hostile environment because it is. It
Yeah.
is. Is it a rivalry? Yeah, I don't think so. It's more of domination for South Carolina.
Right.
However, I mean the series is tied now, which is crazy that LSU was up that much. But South Carolina goes in LSU, handles business. A lot of headlines in this game. A lot of things foreshadowed this one. Obviously, Malaysia Fulwiley going to LSU. Not a great decision on her part from what we see, but it was her decision, of course. But how about Tessa Johnson and Raven Johnson? Johnson and Johnson getting it done on the court. Okot at the end of the game coming up clutch. I mean, this game was fun. I will say it was a fun game. It was closer than probably should have been, but if they didn't have some zebra help, I don't think it would have been as close as it ended up being. And Flage and her mom, they've been talking a lot, man, before and after this game. So, Q, let's talk about it, man. South Carolina taking care of business. What are your thoughts about it, man?
Big time players make big time plays in big time moments. That's what you saw happen in this game. South Carolina easily could have taken control of this game had they made just a few layups. I mean,
Mm,
simple stuff, just a few layups, execute a few more
mm-hmm.
plays. But that's going to happen when you're in a hostile environment. You know, a lot of those girls haven't played in that. Latson has never played in an environment like that in any of the games that she's ever played until she got to South Carolina.
Right.
You've never played in a sold out arena like that for a women's game on the road. It's a different environment. Okot, same way. Okot played in the SEC, but she never played on a team that commanded that kind of presence and of you know the pressure for that. So I thought that itself was impeccable. I loved that the lights got the brightest is when you saw the Tessa we've all known.
Mm,
Tessa is always been, I'm gonna let you know how I am when the lights are the brightest. She did it her freshman year when they won the championship.
oh yeah.
She has done it time and time again when they've needed big buckets. And she's had a great year. She's quietly had a great year. But that game solidified a lot of what I knew is if you're going to face card Tessa, you're going to end up losing every single game because South Carolina has too many weapons. Latson can still go off. I think Joyce has got to stop forcing it and start just letting it come to her naturally. You've got to stop forcing it. You don't need to get the bucket every time. Y'all have too many
Well,
people who can get a bucket to do that.
yeah. It's almost like she doesn't trust her game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like her own game is what it seems
Yeah.
like.
And I think that's not good for her. I think that's not good for what she needs to be doing, because you're about to get to tournament time, and that's the thing I want people to understand. Now we're looking at tournament time, and when you're looking at tournament time, that's when things change a lot, in my personal opinion. Tournament time is a dangerous time for you to try new things, in my personal opinion. Trying new things ain't the answer, if I'm being quite honest.
I
think it's time for you to
100%
be
agree on
you.
that.
You got to be you.
Yeah.
In my opinion, she's got to be her. And the thing that she needs to do, keep passing the ball, keep moving the ball, because eventually the ball's going to get back to you, and you're going to be right there scoring your points and getting your buckets. You're going to be all right. They just got to keep taking their time, and they needed that kind of game to get them right. And they're going to be perfectly fine. They're going to be okay. They just got to keep trusting their game and trusting what Don is putting them in place to do. But I see now, I will say this. I remember a lot of fans were like, I don't know why you would keep Raven Johnson over Fuwali. And I hope you guys understand why Dawn did what she did when it came to bringing Raven Johnson back. Like, Raven has been the calm in the storm. So you if anything, you thank God.
I don't understand how somebody could even have that conversation with, and whether you know ball or not, that's fine. I mean, if you know the simple things about basketball, if you know the most complex things about basketball, I don't care. But I don't understand how you could actually ask that question from a standpoint of, I mean, she was a freshman last year for one. Raven Johnson has shown leadership skills, right? Multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And she brings this team back to earth. I mean, Raven Johnson, it starts with her. Quite simple. And with Dawn Staley had a quote saying that out of all the players that she's lost over the years, Raven Johnson's going to be the one she misses the most. Think about that for a second. Truly think about that. Raven has won, national titles. I mean, it's like she's done a lot, man. And I now that she's putting up these points, right, she had a career high against LSU. I mean, now that people are seeing this, she's getting the props that she deserves. But at the same time, it's like, man, like, I don't understand how you want to keep Malaysia over Raven. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to me.
Well, they play two different positions for one, but beyond them playing two different positions, like, you gotta have somebody that can weather the storm, that like Raven can weather the storm. And this is a year I'm glad Maddie is able to learn under that, because Maddie will have to take the reins of that next year. Like, you got to be able to calm the storm when it's time to calm the storm, when things get rough, because things are going to get rough. It happens every time. Can you calm the storm? And I think that's the big portion of what we're seeing right now. What we're physically seeing is that portion of it. So I think that was huge to see.
It was
huge to see. I liked what I saw with that.
It was. So, South Carolina gets it done, 500th win, 18 in a row over LSU, by the way, if you keep it counting home, 18 in a row. And I'm sorry, the ones that want to make this a rivalry, it's not. It's just pure domination by South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are kids that are born. I mean, my son has never seen South Carolina lose to LSU, right? And there's a lot of kids out there, man. It's 2012, dude. I think it was last year that they had lost to South Carolina, lost to LSU. It's 2012, man. That's crazy. A lot has happened since then.
Correct.
So, a bunch of presidents, a bunch of things have happened. So it's crazy to me. It's crazy. But moving forward, the Gamecocks have a schedule left, but I just look, man. Call a spade a spade, Q. Let's call a spade, Q. We're ready for Greenville. That's what I'm saying. We're ready for Greenville, man. And I'm doing my utmost to. Yeah, I'm doing my utmost to be in that to go to the tournament this year, man. I really am. I want to get up there. I really do. I want to get up there. So
it's right off 85. Right off 85.
That's I'm up there once or twice a week normally for work. So it is. It's a fun place though, man. Greenville's got a lot. Greenville has got a lot. I'll say that. So Moving on to softball. You want to talk about the softball team? The Gamecocks women team has stayed hot, man, since losing, that series to Virginia Tech. And tonight, I mean, no difference, man. The Gamecocks took care of business tonight against Washington, winning 8-1, which is a ranked team, man. They're ranked 23 in the country, I believe. So,
and on top of that, it's a tough tournament that they're in right now.
It's a very tough tournament.
It's a very tough tournament.
It's a very tough tournament. It's a neutral field out there in the West, so it's but it's been fun to watch, man. It's fun to watch. So shout out to Ashley Chastain as they continue to get things done, man. I'm interested to see how they finish up in this tournament, and they've got some room to make some noise, man.
I agree.
It's something like I said, we say this all the time, Q. It's not the way you start, man. It's the way you finish. And
bingo.
Those 2 losses in the series against Virginia Tech, throw them out the window, man.
Bingo.
Throw them out the window. Let this team gel, man. Let them get some things going, man. The pieces get going. You never know what's going to happen, man. I say that all the time. I
agree. So let them keep gelling. Let them keep going. I think they're going to have a good year. I think they're going to make it to the Women's College World Series. I really feel strongly about this team and what they're able to bring to the table. So I just want to keep seeing Ashley succeed. I want to see her succeed.
Absolutely. Now, Q, going into your favorite subject, Gamecock basketball, basketball. We spoke about it. Gamecock baseball. As we did to get into Gamecock baseball. I mean, basketball is your favorite subject, though. So that is right.
Fact.
But
it's a fact.
But sarcastically, we're going to talk about Gamecock baseball on your end. Look, the Gamecocks to start the season out, it wasn't pretty from the runs at scoring position. Man, they left. They were 4 for 30 with runners in scoring position. Last night, the Gamecocks against Gardner Webb ended up having 17, 18 hits against Gardner Webb. Ended up run ruling them in 8 innings, 12-2. I will talk about individual performances I saw throughout the weekend that I want to get to. Q, let's start out with that interesting quote, though, after losing 2-3 for the first time, not sweeping the season opening series since 2022 when they lost 3-2. And South Carolina, for whatever reason, decided, hey, we're not taking batting practice out in the field today. We're just going to do it out in the cages. Q, before we talk about this quote, right, that same Northern Kentucky team played the same amount of innings, right, as South Carolina did everything the same, besides not win the first 2 games, right? And, the second game, I mean, they could have won, but South Carolina took it, man. They walked off on with KJ Scobie's home run. But not to take away from KJ Scobie at all. I'm not ever going to take away from what these kids do on the field. I'm not going to do that.
It's got nothing to do with them. This has nothing to do with them. This is everything to do with the idiot at the top. Everything to do with the idiot, bro. We're 3 games in and you're talking about something we were tired. Out of all things you could have said in life, you want to say that, bro. 3 games into the freaking season and you're tired. You know what I'm tired of? You want to know what I'm sick of and tired of, Paul, since we're talking about tired? I'm tired of a head coach who doesn't eat solid foods. I'm sick of it. You don't see me sitting up here saying I'm tired every time you get on the freaking screen. I'm tired of you making excuses. I'm tired of you thinking that everything you say is going to save you from the fact that you say dumb stuff every time. We are 3 games in the season. You're already crying about tired. Those kids played travel baseball. 18 innings is nothing within a day. That's nothing. Nothing. And you chose to say this. Paul, let me explain something to you. You're 108 years old. So I'm going to respect my elder on this situation when I'm about to tell what I'm about to say. I think it's best you stop talking. You just get through the season and please get your papers and walk away. That's what the best thing you could do for South Carolina baseball. Get through the season and walk away. None of us want to hear the bull crap you're talking about. We're not going to sit here and go back and forth about it. Get your stuff and walk away. That's all I ask. I don't ask for much, but that's all I ask. Get your stuff and walk away. Paul is an idiot. I hope those kids are successful, and I hope Paul fails. So I don't know how it's going to happen, but that's what I want. I want the kids to be successful, but Paul to fail. So however we do it, figure it out. But I cannot believe he said that stupid quote.
What gets me is, I mean, I can believe it. He's 68 years old, Q. He's 68. You know what I mean? Eventually,
108, 68 is literally like the same thing.
Father Father Time's going to catch up to all of us at one point, right? And the thing about it, I mean, Paul's going to be in his 70s if he completely coaches out of South Carolina for some miracle way of that happening. That he finds things to get done and he finds success. I don't know. But you get paid 1.3 million a year, and one of the quotes is about being tired after playing that many innings. I mean, it's just amazing to me, honestly. It's like you guys are D1 athletes. I don't know if that quote truly came from everybody on the team. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So I don't know. I don't know. But it's Paul Maneri serves them up, man. He serves some quotes. I tell you, he serves some interesting quotes up. He's done it so far at his year in that South Carolina. It's just insane, honestly. So very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So I mean, here's the thing, Q. South Carolina's got the talent this year. I think we can agree on that. It's just putting stuff together, and I don't know. Truly, I don't know. So we'll see where it goes. I mean, it was a great midweek for the Gamecocks, handling Wofford 8-2, and then run ruling uh, Gardner Webb 12-2. But the schedule only gets tougher, right? The schedule only gets tougher. I mean, this week it's gonna be fun though, Q. I like the teams that we're playing. You know, you got the armed forces coming in. You got Army, Navy, and Air Force. Fortunately, we won't have a flyover in this game. Wish we did, but we won't. But Army Friday, Navy Saturday, and Sunday Air Force. So bringing all of them home, man. Bring them all home, and hopefully they do some kind of cool military appreciation, some kind of thing out there. Even though we're not gonna have flyover or anything. And then after that, you get a midweek of Queens. Queens comes to town, and then Clemson. The Clemson Tigers stroll in. First game at Founders, second game at Segra, and then on Sunday, March 1st, the Gamecocks travel to Clemson to face them up there. So, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to see what we're made of pretty quick. Not
Yeah.
Other than that, you play a couple off-season, out of conference games, and then next thing you know, you're playing Florida, man. You're right off the rip. You're at Gainesville to start the season out. So, in the SEC, you're going to find out pretty quick who you are when you play Florida. So, I don't know. We'll see what that looks like. I do want to get some individual shout-outs to, man. Gardner Webb against Gardner Webb. Will Craddock over there from Anderson, South Carolina, former 5A player out of TL Hanna. Yeah, that's the same TL Hanna radio, Zach Pickens, all that good stuff. And radio. Chadwick Boseman as well went to TL Hanna for the ones who didn't know that one. Graduate out of TL Hanna. But I want to give a shout out to over there, man. Like I said, Craddock, he went 3 for 3, right? And got on base 5 times in this game. He's a freshman. And the staff has talked about this kid. Writers have talked about this kid going about saying he's like Ethan Petrie, maybe a little more versatile because the way he can play the game. That gets me hyped up because, a kid being local from South Carolina, there's a good chance that if there is some kind of changes in the future, he'll probably more than likely stay. So I really like what we saw from Craddock. I hope you saying his last name right. I really like what we saw from him. The kid from Wofford, man, Tyler Bach, dude, I gotta say, he's electric. I love watching this kid play. He's very emotional. And I love it, dude. I love it. When he hit that home run, his first home run, dude, he was hyped. He had that base hit, that extended the game, tied it up in the game 2 against Northern Kentucky. That was fun. I love that. I mean, you got to bring this kind of emotion to the game. KJ Scobie, 2 home runs already this season. Shout out to him. He's been hot on the bat so far. There's things to talk about. There are things to talk about. That's fun with this team. And like I said, with these things being said, I want to see where we're going to go with it. I really do. I mean, this team has talent, man. It's just, do we have the coaching to get it done? And that's up in the air for me. You know what I mean?
That's what we got to wait to see.
Yeah, that's what we have to wait to see. Pitch-wise, dude, I like what we saw from our
That bullpen, was some good pitching. That was some good pitching.
What we saw from bullpen. Yeah. I don't like the decision-making we made. I thought we took Brandon Stone. I thought we took Stone out too early.
Yeah, in game 3, Rooney, for sure.
Another special, another coaching special on that one. But I like what we saw in relief, man. I like what we saw against Wofford the other night, man, with Logan Prisco. Really like we saw 3 strikeouts came in 2 innings. I believe he didn't allow a hit, but he did allow a run. So I like
I
what we
agree.
saw from him, man. I like what we saw from him. Cooper Parks, got an inning Elijah Foster, and then Connor Chicoli, I think that's how you say his name, had a
He
nice 4
played. He played
strikeout.
pretty good, man. He
He
played
did.
good.
He did. Allowed 1 run, had a couple hits, but other than that, I mean, he faced had 19 at bats, 5 hits allowed, no one run. You'll take that. So
That's a fact.
you'll take that. So we'll see where we are with the Diamond, man. It's going to be interesting to watch moving forward. I hope fans just remain optimistic. I'm not, as I'm going to be. So we'll really see where that is. Q, I want to bring this new segment up, things that we've been working on to make this show a little more, a little more fun, a little more interesting. What is the most on-brand South Carolina sports moment for you this past week, Q?
Oh, Don taking the soul away from a team. On brand. Don has taken some souls over the years. Tennessee coach, not the one that's now, the one before that. You could see like she was always so close to being Don and yet so far away. And you saw the soul she took in the SEC championship game when Cardoza hit that 3-pointer and it took the soul right out of her. You could tell it took every soul out of her. Then you have what she did with Mulkey. Mulkey Thompson, you're taking away our chance at the Final Four. You took her soul, and it's a regular season game, and she's yelling that. Don taking souls is that's what I thought.
I like it. Reaper of Souls. I love it. I love it. Now, buy, sell, hold, Q. Let's go over a couple of things here. Gamecock baseball pitching. Are we buying, selling, or holding that?
Holding. I got to see them against real comp. These are Northern Kentucky's not a bad team. They might win their conference, and the Armed Forces, salute to them, but they're not really good at baseball. And I got to see them. I mean, the real test will probably be Clemson. I know Gardner Webb's usually good, but I feel like they may have fallen off a little bit. Wofford's not bad, but I need to see real comp. So I'll hold. They look better than last year. Yes, they look like better than last year, 110%. You could tell we spent some money on some arms.
Yeah, they definitely did there. Buy, sell, hold, winning women's hoops, winning it all again.
Buy. I would never not buy. Oh, Dawn could be at 500 right now, coaching for her life, and I'm still gonna buy it. I believe in Dawn. Dawn puts a product out there. Dawn has a team that's very focused, very rarity. They're finally gelling, getting things together. That rotation's looking good. And wait till Dawn's healthy. Imagine if Dawn was healthy. Like we wouldn't even be having a lot of these conversations if Dawn had a healthy team, man. Mm-hmm. So I'm buying it. I'm buying them winning it all. I could see it. Tennessee gave UConn fits, and Tennessee is like the 6th, 7th best team in the SEC. UConn's in trouble.
Yeah, it's South Carolina, man. Just and here's the thing: they're not fully healthy either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Once they get healthy, they get fully healthy, and the new girl gets her feet under her.
Yeah. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Final thing, Q. A walk-up song. If you get a walk-up song in baseball, what would it be?
Oh, Put On by Kanye and Jeezy. Put On for my city. 100% walk-up song.
I like it.
100% walk-up song.
I like it.
Put on for my city.
I like it.
Put On for my city. So, yeah.
I like it. I remember one of the coldest walk-up songs I remember was D'Angelo Mack, Keep the Heads Ringing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was cold when D'Angelo Mack for South Carolina. I remember being at Sarge Fry and listening to play on the intercom one season. I'm like, man, I was like, that's one of the better. That's one of the better ones out there. That's one of the better ones. And then Andrew Eister, I think he had his Cold as Ice. That was good. It's always fun when the players and their names kind of like match up with the song they pick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's always a fun one. So it's but yeah, Q. As we go on, man, like we're getting into the nitty gritty of football. You know, spring football's coming up.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of headlines to watch there. I want to give a shout out to Tristan Lewis, man. Q. I posted that highlight the other day of him just doing a little,
My
you know,
boy.
workout session out there, man, training. And buddy, the ball skills on this kid.
Been trying to tell y'all. I've been trying to tell y'all. He has a baseball background. Like there's a lot like that. I don't think people understand how many skill sets he has that's going to translate over to him playing DB. And you know what? I'm gonna let y'all watch, but y'all gonna find out. This 26 class is that class was an absolute star-studded class,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna lift this program to a new height. So, go on to get your investments ready, bro. This is gonna happen.
I agree.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, he's gonna. I like the stock with Tristan Lewis. I would say buy stock in him right now. So,
Yeah.
and we talked about Koshi Barnes, man. People are hot about him. And Q, that's a guy that we've spoken about many times on this show, man. Like when he chose South Carolina, we talked about how big this was, and I mean you've said it many times. Enjoy the
Just
3 years that we
enjoy
have
the
this
three
kid.
years, man. Just
Yeah.
enjoy it, man. Just enjoy it. We gotta get him on here, man. We gotta get Barnes on here, bro. I want the people to meet him.
People need to meet him, man. The people need to meet him. You know, it's
People
like
need to know him.
with Currents, man. We had him, you know, on the show and had a great time with that. I mean, so good that South Carolina used our audio from the podcast on Currents
It's-
video, man.
I'm telling you, man. Dude is he's next up. He's a prototypical safety that they need now.
Yeah, he is. He is
So
Torian Gray, man. It's unconceivable. Like
I
people
get it. You gotta lock him in.
have to
Yeah. I'm
have
glad
to
we were able to do what we need to do with Cam
have
Tori.
to. You have to. I mean, he's associate assistant coach now for the for the defense. So having that, knowing he's more than likely that coach and waiting on defense is going to come
Yeah.
eventually. And we talk about this, you know, time and time again. Q. It's not that we want Clay White gone because I don't. I think Clayton's done a fantastic
Yeah.
job for
Clayton's fantastic.
what he's had to work with. Right? You know, he's
I'm just
at
excited with
times.
how this offense and defense are going to play alongside each other. I'm really intrigued to see that because I do think Kendall Browse understands like we have the talent. We gotta get them points on the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's how you get. I mean, that's how you get guys we have right now at coaching. Right, you got Kendall Briles. You've got the Deion Barnes that came in from Penn State. He left his alma mater to come to South Carolina, guys. Do you understand how
It's
big that
time.
is?
It's time, bro. He's got to blow up. He's about to blow up. I'm
You
telling you, he's
know,
about to blow up.
when I sat there in the Senior Bowl in Mobile and I had the conversation with one of his former players that's currently drawing a blank, Dennis Sutton. Sorry, Dennis Sutton, the defensive edge, right from Penn State, who's going to go to the
Mhm.
NFL, is going to have a career, of course, as those other guys are. But he's just he's him. You know, Deion Barnes is him. It's you wanted to talk about an upgrade, and that is an upgrade, which is crazy considering what Sterling did at South Carolina. I mean, it's insane, but
Yep.
you wanted one, you got one. Gamecocks, you got one.
Yeah. And that's fact. That's a fact. Just it's all about what you. I can't wait. That's all I can say.
I can't either, man. I really can't either. But guys, appreciate y'all tuning to the Welcome On podcast. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Q's got a big day coming up, man. Q's got a big day coming up, and then he's
Yeah.
hitting the he's getting on a plane. He's getting on a plane. He's going bye-bye for a little while. He's
Gonna bye
peacing
bye for a
out.
little while, man. And things will
Peacing
ramp
out.
back up, guys. And we hate we've been inconsistent, but things will ramp back up, man. Wedding planning is no joke. It's literally no joke. Anyone that's gone through it, it's been literally no joke. And so with everything settling back down and me getting married next week, shout out to my fiance, Des, love you. And I can't wait. But guys, this has been a great season, and I think it's just going to soar from here, y'all. And I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of things we want to do with the pod, we just got to keep. So as I told y'all, man, keep downloading, keep subscribing. We got to keep going. We got to keep building. So that's the goal here. We got to keep building. And we're going to start doing some things. Like I told y'all, podcast, we're doing the tailgate for the Tennessee South Carolina game. That's happening, folks. This year we're gonna have the first annual one tailgate. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be out there. You know, FG gonna secure us our little spot. We're gonna be out there, guys. We're gonna be doing our thing. Then we're gonna be doing our thing. We're gonna get it right, and it's gonna be good for us to have that, and everybody kind of come together, have our community come together, and enjoy a game. Enjoy a game. It's time for us to go enjoy a game and start. Continue to build the brand.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wish Q lived in South Carolina so he was able to really see how many people actually truly watch the show, listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
It really is something when I have a fan come up to me at a baseball game, basketball, football, wherever I'm at, or even out in the public, man, and like, hey, yeah, I know you, and I just don't know where. And he's like, do you have a show? And I'm like, yeah, I do. So it's like. It's something like I said, I don't ever put South Carolina Athletics before me, and I'm never going to. Right? It's always the Gamecocks before me, and always will be, because that's what the show's about. Is giving our guys a platform. Right? We've said it many times, but it's a cool feeling, man. When somebody comes up to you, you're like, man, like, aren't you so? I'm like, yeah, actually, I am, and we don't. And that's the thing about us. I mean, we don't put these outlandish takes and clickbait garbage out there to upset you and make you want to talk about things and get you riled up. Because if you hear something from us, it's true. I mean, I had people come at me left and right about the whole thing with Sterling Lucas and Dylan Stewart going over to LSU was a package deal kind of thing. I mean, I hate to tell you, but if I get it, it's facts. I've got nothing to gain off this, guys. I don't. This is a hobby for the both of us, right?
Yeah.
We don't rely on this for our living. We would love to one day if that's the way things go. Hey, maybe, but we don't.
Hey, y'all can make that happen if that's what y'all want. Y'all got to make it happen.
Start. Hey, sponsorships are available, man.
Always
are available.
Always.
Sponsorships are available. The spots are there. But I mean, we're keeping it real, man. Like that's the way it always is, and that's the way it always will be. And until I'm 6 feet under, that's the way I'm always going to be. That's the way Q's always going to be.
It's a fact.
It's just how we are. It's just how we are.
It's a fact.
It's just how we are as people, man.
It's
so,
a fact.
Like I said, guys, appreciate y'all tuning in to Welcome On Podcast live on YouTube, X, Facebook, all those fun places there. I appreciate y'all tuning in, listening at the Welcome On Podcast on Apple and Spotify. We can catch every replay of the Welcome On Podcast. Guys, we'll see you next time.